Learning a language, like the English language, learning to speak a language is like learning to dance. Tom, what do you mean learning a language is like learning to dance? Well, I am making a comparison between the two things. I am comparing learning to dance and learning to speak a language. I am saying that the two things are similar. They have something in common. They are alike in some way. Tom, why do you think they are similar? Why do you think they are alike? Why are you making a comparison? Well, when you start to learn to dance, you have to memorize the steps. You have to memorize where to put your foot and where to go. You have to memorize it. First I put my foot here, and then I move my foot here, and then I put my other foot here. You have to think about each step before you can do it. And if you want to dance well, you have to practice each step so many times that you don't have to think about it anymore. You just can do it. In a dance, there's many, many patterns like this. There's many, many steps. In a language, you have to do the same thing. Each step is a word, and each move is a sentence. And you have to practice over and over again until you don't have to think about it. When you learn to dance, you learn one step at a time, and you do the step over and over, and then pretty soon you know it without thinking. Some people learn the steps faster than other people. Some people have to practice a step 10 times. Some people have to practice 50 times. But we can all learn to dance. And it's fun. It's a lot of fun. What did Tom say about dancing? Well, he compared learning to dance with learning a language. He said learning a language is like learning to dance. You have to practice. If I say learning to dance and learning a language are alike, they can be compared. I can also say learning to dance and learning a language are comparable. Comparable. The word comparable comes from able and compare. You are able to compare the two. Comparable. There are many, many words in English that are formed like that. If you put an in, I-N, it's an old word for not, in front of comparable, you have incomparable, which means they can't be compared. It can't be compared. It's incomparable. It's usually a compliment, like her singing was so beautiful. It was incomparable or incomparable. You can say it both ways. Her singing was incomparable. It's kind of a fancy word. The word flex. The word flex is like the word bend. Easily bent. Flex. This is flexing. This is flexing. If you put able, which is like able, it means able to flex. Flexible. If you put in front of it, inflexible means it can't be bent. This chopstick can't be bent. It's inflexible. It's stiff. It's rigid. It's inflexible. If you take the word believe and add able, it's believable. I talked to her story is believable. I think I believe her. It's believable. Or you could say unbelievable, not believable. That's unbelievable. That usually means it's hard to believe, or it's fantastic, or amazing. That's unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's a combination of believe, and able. Able to believe, unable to believe. Unbelievable. The word forget plus able. Forgettable. If you see a movie and it's not very good, you say, oh, it's forgettable. If you see a really good movie, you'd say it's unforgettable. Unforgettable. The word understand plus able. Understandable. That's understandable. She couldn't come into work. She felt sick. She couldn't go to work. That's understandable. You can't go to work if you feel sick. That's understandable. The word like plus able. Likeable. He's a very likable person. A very likable person. If you put in front of likable, you get unlikable. Oof. He's an unlikable kind of person. Really unlikable. This is called a prefix. Something you put in front of a word is called a prefix. If you put miss in front of understand, you get a word called misunderstand, which means you don't understand correctly. You could say, Tom, I think I might have misunderstood you. What did you mean by the past participle? I don't think I understood you correctly. I think I misunderstood you. What did you mean by past participle? So you can see that a lot of words can be figured out when you are reading, when you are trying to understand. If you remember the or in front of a verb, or able or able or miss, they all will give you a hint, a clue of what the word means. We can compare a language to a jigsaw puzzle. A jigsaw puzzle. A language is like a puzzle. This is a puzzle. A kind of puzzle called a jigsaw puzzle. This is a jigsaw. This is a jigsaw. They used to make them with a jigsaw. This is called a jigsaw puzzle. A jigsaw puzzle has many, many different pieces, and you have to figure out how to put them together. A language is more difficult than a jigsaw puzzle because you don't know what it's supposed to look like. You don't know what the puzzle looks like. So, where do you start? How do you start to figure out the puzzle? How do you get going? Well, you have to start with one word. You have to start in the corner with one word. Then you can get going. Every word you learn, every expression you learn adds a little bit to the puzzle. Nobody knows all the pieces. Not even me. I don't know all the pieces. It's a very difficult puzzle, but now you know what the puzzle looks like. You can start to fill in all the pieces, all the rest of the pieces yourself. This is video number 365. There'll be a few more supplementary lessons after this one, a few extra ones to help you study English, how to study with Ugo Site, and where to find more information. Congratulations on learning English. I have enjoyed teaching you. So this is goodbye from Tom for now. Now you know how to speak English. What are these? What are these?